Hello everybody and welcome to a certain scientific Railgun T episode 25 season finale anime review. We finally got to the end after what it's been, I'm checking the date, it's been almost 10 months since it started legitimately. That's insane, but first of all, but yeah, it's been a hell of a ride. Obviously we'll talk more about, all the delays at the end and how it's affected the series. But this episode was really good, I thought. It was not really good, let me explain myself. It was a good wrap up of everything. It was the epilogue and here's where everybody ended up, basically. And I mean like everybody. I like that this series is good at showing what happens to every person in the arc, really. Like after the doppelganger we see, what happens to Karibo and the doppelganger. We see what happens to like Kuroko and them. Misaki's over there, Scavenger are over there. It's cool seeing. They're good at doing their big wrap-ups, I will say. Do I want to see more? Well, yeah. Do I think we're going to see more anytime soon? Well, wait till the end, because there's a maybe coming up, and you might have seen it if you follow the Twitter. You might have seen the thing and been like, hang on a second here, friend, that seems very suspect. We'll get to that at the end, though, but first, let's talk about the episode. We're going to go through the episode, and I'm going to talk about it, and then we're going to not go through the series, but then we'll talk about the whole season, the whole series for a bit. I'll go season, I'm not going to talk about the first two seasons, because that'd be weird. That was like 5 years ago, over 5, Jesus Christ. So yeah, we'll talk about the third series and how it's all been. We'll talk about the delays in there and everything and how it affected it. Mostly just how good it's been, because it's been pretty damn good overall, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's get into this episode, see how everything went down, and do this thing. We pick up right where we left off at the end of last week's episode, with Misaka hitting one gnarly railgun on the doppelganger, although maybe she didn't. So turns out she missed the doppelganger, but she missed it on purpose, because she figured out, and the doppelganger basically lets slip at this point, that yeah, the doppelganger's not going to blow up the city, the doppelganger is just trying to get killed. Which, fair enough, I get. Presumably never exploded anything, never was going to explode anything. This is just because she can't kill herself, because she's got safety protocols to stop that, so she had to do this massive workaround basically to get dead, basically, which is not good. After some explanation though, the doppelganger, convinces Misaka to kill her, and that she does. She causes a massive lightning storm and zaps the whole building. Not building, they're on an airship. The whole airship. It sort of zooms out at this point though, so you don't really. It was kind of cool, the zoom out effect when seeing the clouds and everything. It was very cool. Presumably any stray lightning bolts would have killed someone, but I'd like to believe she's got enough self-control to not accidentally zap a random, presumably spiky-haired boy off to the side. That would never happen. A bit gutted we didn't actually get to see the airship go down after it got zapped and fall into a million pieces. That's kind of okay. We just cut to, her on the ground. Now, she's very not happy about what she's done, because she's never killed a soul before now. And I'm quickly checking my brain to make sure that's true. And I don't think she's ever killed anyone. I don't think she's ever killed anyone even after this, anime-wise at least. I could be wrong on that, but she just electrocutes them with a lot of volts. They don't die. That'd be insane. She really wanted to die, the doppelganger, and also prevent any way of being brought back. So killing Kariba wasn't because of a grudge or nothing. It's because Kariba can bring me back. She's got the brain. Likewise, that's why they zapped the airship out the sky. Was because airship's got all the data on it to reproduce her, basically, and she just wants to, die because she doesn't have a soul, and that's no lot. It's really sad when you think about it. It's like, oh man, kind of sucks. Kariba shows up with that professor guy. Not too sure who this total noob is. Like, he showed up last week with his stupid haircut, and it's like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? He wants to make another doppelganger, basically, or repair this one. And Misaka's like, bro, let the doppelganger rest. Kariba is also into this idea. It's like, listen, man, we gotta stop this. Let's not be doing that and everything. And then the dude the researcher just pulls a gun. Like, do researchers just carry guns now, I guess? He has a gun, gets, you know, Kariba, gunpoint, and is like, alright, you Electro girl, you turn around right now. And I'm like, what's that gonna do? She can, you know, she was like, when she turned around, she's like, okay, I could probably zap him, but do I want to take that risk? You know, is essentially how it is. You could have, like, just knocked them both out, you know, you don't kill them, it's fine. They're arguing, you know, they're still arguing that, hey, he's like, she did have a soul, damn it, I swear. And Misuka's like, no, it was the artificial muscles. And he's like, no, BS, I don't believe it. Very annoying. Kariba also tried to convince him, started grabbing at him, not good. And yeah, Kariba got shot, basically. Kariba, was she asking for it? She wasn't doing the smartest move against the guy with the gun. The guy with the gun didn't seem to want to, he didn't mean to. He's like, oh, I didn't mean to. You know how they often do, the coward with a gun. He's like, I didn't mean to shoot you, I promise. That's basically how it went. He runs off to do who knows what. Misuka then is like, ah, crap, what are we going to do? And the doppelganger's like, god damn it, she's so lucky. There's a part right here that could replace it. Before fading away. And it's great. Kariba is like the anti-Toma. Like, Toma's got all the rotten luck. Kariba's got all the good luck. And Hamazura. Hamazura's also got all the good luck. Definitely. I think that's fair to say. But not relevant to this. Yeah, so yeah, Kariba's going to get her body repaired using the doppelganger. Misuka calls in Kuroko, who is there like that, basically. She's like, Kuroko, I need help. And he's like, oh, hey, Kuroko's here. Which I like, because you remember in Sisters, Misuka's all like, I'm going to do it by myself. But here, she's like, Kuroko, need a hand, love. And she showed up and was like, help me carry these to the hospital. And Kuroko was like, I have many questions, but I guess I won't ask them. She didn't really ask them. Misuka filled her in a little bit, I presume, but not all the information. That's the important thing. Words are hard, but they take him to the hospital. That is the important thing. Later on, Misuka hears that Kariba is out of the intensive care ward. She's going to pull through, good stuff. She tells Kuroko this. They're just sitting at a table chatting about girl things. I don't think those two would. They more talk about Kuroko be all like sissy or Neisama. Don't like sissy. I don't really know what they could have done with the dub, but that's a bit nah, not good that. I forgot how Kuroko did Kuroko things, that's right, she tried to kiss her and Misuka was like, let's not, Kuroko. I'm not a fan. Then Misaki and Junko show up just to be, you know, say hi, and Misuka is going to tell Misaki about how Kariba's doing, but she's like, don't worry, I know. I completely forgot this part. The professor dude, Misaki, like reset his brain, so he's a good guy again. That was meant to be an earlier part, but I just remembered it, so it's here. Yes, then Kuroko's all annoyed at Misaki and Misuka for being so friendly. She's like, I thought you guys hated each other. What's going on? It's like, no, Kuroko, they're best frenemies. That's the only way to describe him. And then after that, Satan and Ueharu show up. They know Junko already, apparently, and they're scratching my brain like, was there a thing cut in the manga? Or is this Astro Buddy they're talking about? Because I don't know how they know him, so I'm going to presume it wasn't in the anime unless I am an idiot and forgot. So I'm guessing Astro Buddy. Like, that's what I'm guessing. I can't remember. I've not finished Astro Buddy. Should really finish it. But maybe they meet them in there. I don't know. But they already know Junko, and Junko introduces them to Misaki, and it's like, oh my god, we met another level 5. This is incredible. They've met a solid 2 out of 7. Has anyone met all 7 outside of, you know, the other level 5s? I'm trying to think. I mean, Toma's probably met the most. Of course he's met the most. That's not even a question. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know. That's not a question for me to answer. That's whatever. Yeah, and then as they're all bantering, it's pretty funny. Kuroko jumps on Misuka. Junko is explaining the etiquette of talking to Misaki, and Misaki's looking around like, you know, she says the line, she says the, you know, never a dull moment in this city, which should be the tagline on the goddamn box, because it's true. Who said that so far? Like, Thomas said it, Misaka said it, Accelerator said it, and now Misaki said it. Can we just get every character to say it by the end of the series? That would be pretty funny. Let's do that. Let's do that. Then we go to Scavenger. They're having a little meeting about Scavenger things. It's probably important, right? They're going to recruit a new member to become the 5th member of their Power Rangers squad. It basically, I forget what the word they used was. You know Power Rangers? Basically Power Rangers. Seke is like, you can use your paper to make us outfits so we can transform. We can have a henshin sequence. And Naru's like, yeah, let's do that. And the other two are like, why would you encourage her? Look what you've done. Basically, like, you caused this. This is your fault. This is your problem now. And then they have a scrap because Naru wants Seke, or Seke, I don't know how to pronounce it, to get naked. And Seke's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And Naru's like, you see me naked all the time. He's like, yeah, but not voluntarily. I don't want to see that. Which, you do you, I guess, Seke. They have a little scrap. Seke attempts to escape. Doesn't work. He does end up getting naked. Remember, Seke's a boy. Let's not forget that. Let's never forget that. Then they get called in by their advisor. Not the client, but like the... I don't know what you call it. Let's go with advisor. I don't know the actual word, but let's go with that. Liaison, maybe? Basically says, yeah, the client's gone bankrupt, so we didn't get no money, so we got nothing to give you. And Leader's just like, are you having a laugh, love? You're an idiot. Like, no, you see what we did? To be fair, despite being a dark side organization, I completely agreed with Leader here. They're like, we're putting our bodies at risk here. You goddamn give me my money. And then the liaison's like, you know what? We ain't got the money, so I can't give it you. But I'll restore your rank back to normal. And then Leader's like, but we could get a super cool team name and go even higher. And that she's just like, no, you're not that good. Scavenger's a fine name. If you want to make it a team name, just put it in all caps. just capitalize every letter, and then, you know, Scavenger's a good name. Keep that. That's a really good name. And then afterwards, they're like, we can get new equipment, we get new food, we get new walkie-talkies, and Leader's just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I like the walkie-talkies. Me and my new best friend, the Railgun, Gekida, are fans now. So I guess Leader is super into the Gekida now. Misaka has infected another person. How many people are Gekodites? What? There's a term for it, I know. Is it Gekodites? I don't know what the term is, but I'm pretty sure they say it at some point. They're like, it's like a Gekida fan. But it's like a, you know, like how a Gekoder, like an ER? I don't know. Because like there's Misaka, there's Junko, there's Leader now. Can we just have an episode where they just hang out and talk about Gekida for 20 minutes? I'd watch that, you know? That's the happy thing, is that I would absolutely watch that. Misaka visits Misaka at the hospital. Dog's there, or on hold, or whatever the hell the cat's name is this day of the week. They get some cake and everything. Misaka kind of funny, which is like, actually the most popular item is this different one now. And Misaka's like, just take the cake. Just take the cake. I should call her Mikoto in this scene at least, because there's two Misakas. That would be too confusing. Kongo shows up, do some paperwork, and Mikoto introduces Imoto as her little sister. This is going to get confusing, I can already tell. And it's very nice. On hold, her and Kongo have great banter. It's the only way to describe it. Misaka Imoto gives her name as 10,032, and Kongo's just like, oh, I see. I'm just going to call you Ichi, because I'm like, oh my god, she's got a nickname. Which is wild, I guess. It's nice. Misaka is either really good or really bad at this whole, not revealing exactly what's gone on thing. Like, because she gave us a number, but she explained everything well. She, explained like the uniform was cosplay and everything, which would explain why she's never seen her before. It was very like, she was taking the piss a little bit. She was like, I'm just gonna worry my sister here by making her think I'm gonna say something that's gonna out it, but I'm not actually. I thought it was very funny. They hang out for a bit, and then on the other side, the flip the coin, Misaki is over at the aquarium with Kozaku and Dolly looking at dolphins and other assorted marine life, and Misaki's just like, we could have gone to the seaside, I could have just like brain hacked us to the seaside pretty easily, and Kozaku's just like, dude, Dolly was in a pod for like years. Like, no, we need to take this slow. And Misaki's like, I guess you're right, which is fair enough, I think. Kozaku is the brains or the sensible one. Dolly is the enthusiastic one, and Misaki's the devious one, is pretty much how I describe those three. But yeah, not much to add other than they were hanging out at the aquarium looking at fish. Can't complain about fish too much. About fish? Whatever, we'll go with that. Then we go to Kariba, who gets pulled out of a train by the doppelganger. Turns out this is a dream, so that's pretty weird. Doppelganger basically says, don't change yourself, but because it's going to be flipping, what's the word? Flipping a pain in the bum and boring if you change yourself and I have to coexist with you. And it's like, what? So Doppelganger, I guess, not theory, but what I reckon is because Doppelganger is inside of Kozaku anyway, not Kozaku. My brain's just had a fart here. Kuriba, inside of Kuriba now, and like when she dreams, she sees her. So my guess is the Doppelganger might have actually had a soul, and so the soul went into Kuriba. So now she's got two souls. Maybe that's kind of what I see. It's the only way to sort of not weigh it up, but sort of explain it. I'm sure it's probably explained a lot better somewhere, but I am not too knowledgeable about that. She also fixed the mum's cyborg design and a lot of other things she did because the doppelganger's a cyborg and has the brain power. It's like brain power of her plus cyborg, so she's got like double the brain power. And Kuriba was just like, I'm scared of going to sleep. She corrects all my stuff every night I sleep. It's like gotta do wonders for the self-confidence that. Misaka says, hey, no, sorry, what's her name? She's telling her all this, by the way. I should have said that. Kuriba, there's too many character names. My brain's overloading. Kuriba says, hey, fighting you was the most fulfilled the doppelganger ever was. And she's just like, well, tell her it was a good fight for me too. I don't want to say it was the most fulfilled she's ever been, because she's fought a lot of strong people. Normally on the losing end, actually. Like when she fights anyone really good, like Accelerator or Toma, she loses. She can fight the weird alien baby, like the AIM burst. She can fight... what did she fight in Silent Part? Just a load of like robot suits, weren't it? Yeah, she fought a load of robots. She can fight robots for days, but can't quite beat Toma or Accelerator. So there's that. At the end, her friends are waiting for Misaka and they all go to hang out together. Don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to hang out and they're going to have a good time. And that's where we ended. It was a nice ending. A big old, yeah. I like the episode, what was it? It was My Dear Friends instead of Dear My Friend. They should have played that. Why'd they not play that song? That's so obvious. That's such an easy move to do. Why would you not do that? Genius. Not genius. Could have been genius. Guess they're just not. They didn't see that coming. Anyway, that was the end of the episode, as I said, and the end of the series. Whoa, wow. I've had a good old time. I think as a finale, I guess I'll save it a little bit. I'll go to my favourite part. Yeah, I'll do it after that. So, I guess we'll just go into that because I can't think of anything else to add here. This thing's all over the place today. Let's get to my favourite part. So my favourite part, I was spoiled for choice a little bit. I thought about, just having the epilogue in itself just be the favourite part because it all was kind of the same thing. But my favourite overall part was just all of the friends hanging out. Like, the bit in the middle with Misaki shows up with Junko and then Kuroko is there and Sato and Uehara, just that bit where they all hang out. It's just like, it's very short, but there's banter going on all the sides. Misaki ending it with the whole never a dull moment, and Misaka's just like, you just stole my line. What are you doing, Misaki? You can't be doing that. That was a good way of ending it. But now, let's get on to, as I said, I thought this it was a good finale, good epilogue of sorts to the arc, and it was good. Hope they make more. Not just more Railgun, more of everything, but we'll get to that we'll save that for the very end because it could be something and it could be nothing. So, we'll build up the hype for it to be nothing, I guess. But now let's talk about the series as a whole, this season as a whole, Railgun T. So, Railgun T started in January. I think you might remember that. And then the thing happened. You know the thing, the bloody virus that happened. Railgun was probably the show that I was watching at least, got affected the most by the virus. Like, episodes getting delayed 2 weeks. Like, you'd have like a week episode and then 2 weeks off, and then it was crazy for the Daihase arc. Like that whole like second half of the Daihase arc was buggered, quite frankly, which sucks because it was such a good arc. It's probably my favorite arc, like overall. Like I'm trying to think, probably is my favorite arc, and you know that hurt it, but there wasn't like a substantial dip in quality. You know, I'm not gonna say it was perfect despite it, because no, there were some problems that you could see, but for the most part, it still looked pretty damn good. So shout out to the staff for that. Like I don't normally do like call outs to the staff, because animation quality isn't as important to me as like enjoyment, and I can enjoy a show that's badly animated. I actually enjoyed the third season of Seven Deadly Sins. Oh, I just outed myself there. But no, this show was good from start to finish. Daihase arc was very good, I thought, very, very good despite the delays. And then of course we had the big wait for Dream Ranker, and I think I was pleasantly surprised with Dream Ranker, because I've made no secret, I've read the manga. Dream Ranker, it was just there for me in the manga. Having to follow up Sisters and Daihase back to back in the manga was a tough thing for Dream Ranker to do. But I didn't really think much of it in the manga. I was like, oh cool, that happened. But in the anime, like they made the giant like rope, not giant rope, the giant fight, between the golem and the iron sand golem. That was really damn awesome. I don't know if it's just because it felt really cinematic and awesome. Let's just go with that. I'm using very limited vocabulary. I said awesome about 7 times there. It's fine. It was very good, I thought. And the other parts of Dream Ranker, like away from the doppelganger stuff, like the Friender stuff, that was good. We had the bus stopper. That was a nice palate cleanser, just a bit of funny. The Kuroko stuff with the kid was whatever. That's probably my least favorite part of it. But even that wasn't bad. It was still fine. I think this is... Oh, I don't know if I want to say that. Is this the best series, the best season of, any Toaru thing? For me, it's between Railgun S and Railgun T. Like, pretty easily between those two. That's not saying everything else is bad. That's me just saying I think those two are definitely a cut above. I think I like Sisters the most, but S also has Silent Party, which is proper naff, as I've said many a time. So I think Railgun T, I think I like more on balance. They're both really good though. I don't need to pick a favourite, but I'm just going through it. It gives me something to talk about. But yeah, I think it was a very good series. Properly, I didn't even mention the fact that this season is the one that properly introduced, Misaki Shokuho, who is one of my favourite characters. I'm probably going to be honest. Like, at first I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like you that much. Like, and then I was like, okay, no, you're great. You're really good. You are very funny and good. You are a good character. Me like you long time, Misaki Shokuho. Which is always good. Always good to find a new character you like. Now, series, I really enjoyed it. All right, but the big question in everyone's mind is, are we gonna have to wait like 7 years for the next one? And obviously, I don't know. I'm not an insider, but I do have inside knowledge, and by inside knowledge I mean the 2-hour Twitter. So check that if you haven't. It's very important for this kind of stuff. So they've got an event, like a digital event, on like the 16th, I want to say. Like I think it's being billed as like a Railgun T, finale celebration. Hey, we've wrapped up, wrap up party type thing. But they've got so many cast members there. I think I'm going to try and list them all right now, and then I'm going to say why I think... I mean, again, don't want to get anyone hopes up. It could just be that, but hey, they could be announcing something. So the cast members there, and the reason I think it's weird is because some of them had very, very little to do in this series. And one of them, I'm pretty sure, didn't have a single line. So that's even weirder. So the cast members are Misaka, Kuroko, Saturn Uiharu, Misaki, Junko, so that's 6 right there, Toma, Gunha, Accelerator, and Last Order, which is pretty weird, Mugino, Kakine, Misakuramoto, and Index. Index didn't have... I'm pretty sure Index didn't even have a speaking line. I know that she was in the background in one of the episodes earlier, but I don't think she had a speaking line, so why would she be the Railgun T thing? It could just be because, hey, everybody knows these are part of the same series, so let's just get as many people as we can. Or they could be announcing something. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. I don't want to get my hopes up. but it could happen. You know, all I'm saying, it could happen. So I think that's on the 16th. I'll be keeping my eye out on that. Maybe if it's not on at late o'clock, maybe I'll check out the stream, not on the YouTube myself. I'll make a tweet about it. I'll be like, OMG, they're animating a certain idle accelerator. Crazier things have happened. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. I'm going to be uploading a video this weekend saying what I'm watching, you know, for the next coming season, so stick around for that. There's some stuff on there, less stuff than I've been reviewing recently, but that's just because there's less stuff I want to watch, which feels kind of bad. January's mental though, so there is that. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time, whenever that may be. Take care, and bye guys.